The TMR gang is about to go live online. Catch the video stream of the hottest and most awarded morning program on Philippine FM radio. The Morning Rush. Straight from the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, or twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Time to have fun with hosts Chico, Markki, Rica, and Hazel. Join the TMR gang now. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Monster RX93.1, time for the top 10 for today.
And we're live on Facebook.com/RX931, Twitch TV, and YouTube Live. You've got Chico and Hazel team booth today with Team Bahay, Rica, and Markki. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Am I a chipmunk?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Why is there an echo? Me. Hello? There, okay. Yay!
How about now?
Yeah,
A little bit. Meron pa.
it sounds okay.
Just a little higher than usual, but yeah, not so bad. All right, so here we go. We've got our top 10 for today. Let's do the first batch. Thanking Carlos Laron. There's a fine line. From Camilo, there's a fine line between being critical and being mean.
Yeah.
Actually, trickier yan. Kasi there's the textbook difference. Yung pag critical, sabi mo lang, your report wasn't very good. Mean is like, napakapalpak mo talagang empleyado. Like, when you go beyond the actual criticism. Pero, you'd be surprised, meron ding legit yung criticism. You're not going above the level of just the truth, but the fact that you stated it can also make you mean.
Well, you have to realize you have to be in the position to be critical, because
Exactly.
you shouldn't be critical if it's uncalled for. Alam mo yon, parang you're being critical. Why?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, pwede rin naman.
Who died and made you the
And then, like, for example,
evaluator of all things?
Of everything.
like if you have a very public, like for example, you're an artista. Obviously, everyone will have the right to say, ang pangit ng
Whatever they wanna
performance
say.
ko. I mean, because, it's a public realm. But I'm talking about, like, for example, when it comes to people's looks, it could be true. But do you just go up to somebody and say, alam mo, ang pangit mo? I mean, you know what I mean?
You
Like,
don't do that. No.
it's not outright mean, but it's also unnecessary. And I guess just being truthful also makes you mean. Kasi parang, do you think they need you to tell them that they're ugly? To a degree, you probably know already if you're ugly or not. So parang meron ding ganong aspect, yung being truthful and being mean.
Yeah.
And there's also a fine line between being mean and just being a sad person. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're mean, sometimes that it stems from you being sad. It's either it's because you're so sad you're letting it out on other people.
You're lashing out.
Yeah.
Also,
as
you have
opposed
to remember, if you dish it out, you have to,
Your voice.
kailangan. Hello, sorry.
Hindi ka namin seryoso.
Pwedeng ganito na lang. Pwedeng ganito na lang.
Dude, you sound like Mahal. Oh my gosh.
Rica!
Rica, we're not being mean.
Hello. Hello.
We're just being critical.
Wait lang.
Ano ba
Sige,
yun?
sabi ako ng something serious Try yung hindi Try yung
Nakakatawa.
Wait lang. Try yung hindi tumawa. So, if you dish it out, then dapat you can take it. Diba?
Oh, please don't laugh. You sound like a witch.
Ay, nako.
It's so scary.
Wait lang.
It's so scary.
I cannot. Just go.
I
Okay.
can't. Everything that comes out of my mouth, I just laugh. I just laugh the entire day.
Guys, may problema ako.
Nope. And coming from Jungkook's girl, there's a fine line between overheard and eavesdropped. I super agree with this. Kasi, like, okay, pre-pandemic, I would always like eat alone. So, alam mo yung, if you're sitting on a table in a restaurant and you're eating by yourself, like, I seriously do not want to hear their kwentuhan. But because they're talking so loudly, alam mo yung parang, I don't want to listen, pero nadidinig ko lahat ng pinag-uusapan nila.
Totoo.
And it's true, like literally, I'm not interested. But I just overheard everything.
Kasi when you say eavesdrop, it's like you're spying on them.
On purpose.
You're actively listening to a
actively
conversation
listening.
you're not a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, ang
I
hirap
like that
siya.
definition, Hazel.
Yeah.
And from Ungainly Lad, there's a fine line between diet ako, sis, and pecha de peligro, sis.
Ah.
Yeah. And from
Yeah.
Victoriano, there's a fine line between charity and bribery.
Hello?
If you watch the the college entrance,
Yes, I
watching that.
watched it
Yes.
yesterday.
I didn't
Yeah.
finish it. But I'm
Hello?
watching it
Rick.
now.
the
Yeah.
one
Rick.
with Lori Loughlin, Felicity
Yeah.
Hoffman.
Is that the one? Is that
Yeah,
the
that's
one?
the
with
one.
Sophie
That's the
Yeah.
one.
Oh my
Such
god.
a
Hello,
grand
can you hear me?
team.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Yeah, we
better.
can hear you.
but
Better.
Actually,
when I was watching that part, like I was kind of bored after a few minutes. I didn't get to Felicity's part yet.
It's
But
a
like I
good
guess when I
part.
get there, it's gonna be Desperate Housewives all over again.
no naman, kasi it mostly centers on him eh.
Yeah.
'Di ba? On Rick eh. Pero, nakakatawa lang kasi meron ng Trixie and Katya review
Oh.
on YouTube.
Oh,
So
wow.
watch it.
Agad-agad.
Diba they do that? Yeah, they do that on mga
Yes.
Netflix shows or movies. Meron na silang version for
We are
that.
queens
And
who
ano,
like to watch.
And that's the thing, eh, kasi a lot of the bribery stuff, a lot of the bribes were disguised as donations.
Donations.
Yeah.
Kaya nung when they were trying to get na all the people involved, 'di ba yun yung ano niya, I'm being audited. Yun yung line
Yeah.
niya to every single
Yeah.
one of them. So I'm being
Exactly.
audited, like every foundation. Tapos medyo obvious actually from the conversation na yung when I helped blah blah blah, when I had this person take the exam for blah blah. Yung parang
Yeah.
it's so obvious. Feeling if I were on the other end of the line, I'd be so sketched out. I'd be like, parang medyo sus. It's very suspicious
True.
how he's stating these things.
And also, coming from Nero, there's a fine line between nakain ako of Cavite and Batangas, which means
Mhm.
I'm eating, and nakain ako.
How come you sound concerned? It's supposed to be fun.
Parang,
Nakain ako!
parang, girl,
Nakain
nakain
ako.
ako.
Mm.
Which means you met,
Nakain ako ng
Hey.
sistema.
which means you met a cannibal. Yeah.
Army Hammer is shaking!
Army Hammer is
Hindi,
shaking.
or yun nga, nakain ka na ng sistema.
Yun.
Mm-mm.
Parang wala
So,
na.
like,
Nanonood na ako ng
Kain ako.
K-dramas. Ganun.
So I was talking to a friend yesterday, right? And then I commented on a photo of a sushi and I was like drooling, diba? Sabi niya, I want Markki na walang comma. I was like, oh,
Oh!
okay. I guess you can have me too if you want.
Alam mo, kaya importante yung mga yan eh. Mga
Comma
Comma na yan,
period.
importante
Oo.
yun.
Very, very important because it changes the context of your sentence.
Eh bakit daw Markki? Nung nag-comment rin si Rica ng I want Markki, dinedma mo. Hindi ka nag-comment. Ba't ganon?
May
Kasi-
understanding na kasi kami ni Markki.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
I'm already...
Hindi na siya
I'm al-
magko-comment kasi baka marami maingit eh.
Yeah.
Ay, maraming mainggit.
Alice has
From
been
he-
here for a week and a half now, so I'm already conditioning her. If you hear the voice of a chipmunk behind the door. That is not a chipmunk.
Call the cops.
It's Rica.
Lock it.
May
Lock.
bantay pala si Markki.
And from Hayden, there's a fine line between being his girl best friend and his girlfriend. So I just erased the line. Oh,
Hey, yeah,
Mm.
best friend and girlfriend. Perfect. It's that's the perfect kind of relationship that you want to have, right?
and from Jungkook's
I
girl.
remember dating
Yeah.
somebody that I tried to be friends because me being the people pleaser that I am, I tried to be friends with their girl best friend. And I kind of felt that they don't want to be friends with me. And they're also not intruding in our relationship. So for me, I feel like that's the best situation. Yung parang they're not really being friends with their best friend now because they know, parang yun nga, nagpaubaya na sila na, they know they're in a relationship. But when I did try to be friends with her, she didn't also want to be friends with me. So, okay,
But it's all
okay
good.
yun. Yeah,
Okay
it's
lang.
all good. Parang ako
Like-
pa yung napunta sa masamang situation kasi I wanted to be friends with her.
At saka it's more of hindi naman sa you don't like each other. It's just that you don't need to be friends.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
respecting boundaries.
Yeah, parang it's okay.
Exactly.
Like we don't have to be friends. You'll be the girlfriend. I'll be the friend. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
And from Jungkook's girl, there's a fine line between claiming to have read the book and just reading the Wikipedia summary. Yan.
Ayan.
May mga ganyan eh. From Nick Cool, there's a fine line between making people love. Sorry. There's a fine line between making people you love happy and losing things you love that make them unhappy. Gets. For example, if Markki were to have a jowa, tas ayaw niya ng Pokemon Go. If Markki quits Pokemon Go, did he make the jowa happy kasi mahal niya? Or did he lose something that he loved just to make the jowa happy?
I like that. That's a good one.
Diba? Or
That's a
sometimes
good
yun, like
one.
sometimes friends, diba? Like you stay away from your friends because the friends are making the jowa unhappy. So did you make your jowa happy or did you lose your friends because they were making your loved one unhappy?
Sometimes you also
Parang-
have to look. Sometimes you also have to look at it this way. Sometimes it's not just the jowa. Maybe it's the friends as well.
Totoo
Because
rin yun.
sometimes the friends could be saying things, whispering into your ear because they want to keep you for themselves.
Yeah. That's true.
And they don't want you with anyone else. And maybe they also want Schadenfreude, where they're the ones who are, since they're unhappy, they also want you to be unhappy.
Pwede rin yun.
Right?
But for me,
So
it
it goes both ways.
for me it's the worst when in order for my partner to be happy, I'm gonna have to give something up that makes me happy. I wouldn't be happy with that. I
Mm.
think in the long run, I will resent my partner for making me give something that I love up.
Well, yeah.
I don't think I'd be willing to
Ako
do it.
depende pa rin. Like, you would have to specify. I mean, there
You
are
know
things that
what?
I would give up and there are things that I would not give up. Siguro depende na sa
For me, I won't
actual
give up.
example.
I won't give up Pokemon. Like that's part of me. It's my identity. I cannot. So if you tell me to choose, I will always choose my first love.
True. Snorlax. And
Wait, can I just say,
Yes.
I want to get that Pikachu plushie na yung naka ganun siya. Yung from Detective Pikachu.
Angry
Oh,
Pikachu.
Angry Pikachu.
Yeah, pero parang mas mukha siyang suffering Pikachu. It's like he's hurting.
Aww.
Di
I
ba
think it's
parang
from
mas gusto
Detective
mo yun?
Pikachu.
You do know I
Suffering.
cried watching Detective Pikachu.
Really?
Yeah, I
haven't
watched it
watched
with
it.
Kara, and when Pikachu got hurt,
Oh,
Ay.
no.
andun ako iiyak-iyak.
Oo. Totoo. And the top, there's a fine line, comes from Learning Lean and Star Marjorie.
They both say.
Learning Lean says there's a fine line between hindi na kita mahal and may mahal na akong iba.
Ouch!
Iba
Yeah.
yun.
Which is worse for you though? that they just fell out of love even without outside forces. Parang kasi then that means it's all you. It's all because, I don't know, they just lost interest in you.
Ako, hindi. I don't like either one, pero mas madali akong makakaget over sa hindi na kita mahal. Kasi for me, what can I do? You know, you fell out of love. Pag kasi yung isa, parang, kung hindi sumingit yung buwisit na yun, kami pa. You know what I mean?
But you can look at it another way na pag hindi ka na niya, he just fell or she just fell out of love. They just fell out of love. Diba? Parang ano eh. It just fell out of Hindi, Diba, kunyari, they just fell out of love.
Hindi ko nga na-notice eh. Ikaw kasi, inano mo pa eh.
Hindi, para inclusive, diba?
Sige, inclusive.
Kunyari, they just fell out of love. Feeling mo parang, hindi, wait lang. Parang may magagawa pa tayong paraan dyan. Maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that. Kasi kung sinabi niya sa'yo na, may iba na akong mahal, di ba mas madali na parang, wala na eh. Hindi na, may iba
Hindi,
na
ayoko kasi pag may nang gulo, I mean, parang feeling ko kasi may kontrabida pa dun sa storya. Which for me is harder. As opposed to, this is just between the two of us. And if you fell out of love, what can I do? You know?
Kaysa may impact.
Kaysa meron eh. Or impact. Or impact person.
Impact person.
Impact person.
Hindi.
Impact tao.
Impact tao.
Impact tao.
And from Star Marjorie, there's a fine line between being supportive and being an enabler. Hi.
Well.
Yeah. Like, lalo na pag alam mo ng mali, are you still being a supportive friend or are you already being an enabler? Yeah.
Okay, so I was in a similar situation like years ago. I know that my friend was about to go out with somebody knowing that they have a boyfriend. And then in my head kasi, the reason why I didn't stop them is because I'm not your mom. I mean, but I'm not going to tell you what's wrong or what's right. You already know what's wrong or what's right. So is that being an enabler?
No,
but at the same time, I didn't support it.
Enabler kasi is like super, go, sige lang. Hindi naman niya malalaman eh. You know, for me, that's an enabler. Like, you're feeding the bad behavior. That for me is enabling. As opposed to, you know what, I'm not your mom. It's not for me to tell you what to do or what not to do.
Yeah.
I happen to think it's wrong, but you know what? It's your life. Iba yun. For me, that's...
Is it enabling when you listen to the stories that they tell you? And nakikisakay ka, kunyari, kinikilig sila sa iba?
Pag nakikikilig-kilig ka na, I think to a degree that's already enabling. Kasi parang if you're really a friend and you think it's wrong, and sila naman yung nag-bring up, and they ask you, what do you think? Sabihin mo na, di ba na, well, it's your life, but in my opinion, maybe you shouldn't be doing this kasi you have a boyfriend.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Parang kahit pa paano i-voice out mo. Pero pag yung, oh my gosh, it's so kilig. I think that's enabling already. That's enabling. So,
pero
there you go.
Pagbibili ng BTS merch, always tell me, yes, buy it. You only live once.
So, kailangan enabler ka. So,
yes,
the top
I'm an
10...
enabler to Chico's credit card bill, too. I'm
Chico,
buy that box.
Alam mo ba, pinagpapantasahan ni Rica yung credit card mo. We were having a conversation in the car.
Chico kahapon.
Oo, yun. Fantasy niya yung credit card mo. Parang ako, okay.
I think it's a good idea, Chico. 'Di ba? It will parang mas tataas yung credit limit mo, mas gaganda yung, 'di ba? Parang gaganda yung lifestyle mo.
Sige, simulan natin sa next na magbe-birthday. Which
Chico.
is me. Hindi, syempre credit card niya na yun eh. Ako na yung after you, 'di ba? So, ako yung unang makakadib sa credit card mo.
Parang no. So, the top 10... The top 10, there's a fine line. If you've got entries, one final batch coming right up.
Sige na, can't say no challenge. One time lang.
Oo nga.
And Play-Doh challenge,
Okay.
Chico's credit card.
No.
Sign us up.
No.
Anyway, 9:50, we are going to stay on Facebook Live. So join us if you are not there yet. But for now, listen to this. Audrey, Mika, excuses only here on the Monster.
I have a game. I have a game for all of us today. I don't think Chico can hear me. Let's say hi to everyone while we wait for people to come back. Hi to JN and Nathaniel.
Hello.
J Ryan. Hi, Rica. I
Guys,
have a
comment
game.
a baby emoji to join the game.
May game ka?
Yes. Ako today,
Okay.
diba? Ako today, nakalagay din sa Viber.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
have one tomorrow.
So, comment a baby emoji if you want to join the game. And we will call this game.
Alam mo, napaka pilosopo nitong si Renz Rufil.
Right.
Sabi niya, a baby emoji. Pinala.
Dahil dyan, you're banned. You're banned
Ganda.
from this game.
Napaka-pilosopo. Ayan, ang dami na.
Wait lang.
Ang sabi ni Homer, baby emoji. So, selfie ni Chico. Yun.
Pupo na pupo. Pupo na pupo.
Hala, ba't lahat nag-off ng camera? So, nang gagawin ko, sasayaw-sayaw
No, I'm
lang.
back.
Okay, sorry. I was sexy dancing.
Pupo.
We here.
Okay. All right. We're done it.
Do we have?
All right. Ang dami na.
Ako ba
Okay.
magme-message? Wait lang, friend.
Dami na. Baby emoji. Bye-bye emoji. Bye-bye emoji.
So, just open your messenger. Because
This,
First one to get in. Bye-bye emoji.
We will call this game 3 under 5. Rip off ng
3
5-second game.
Chico,
Yes.
I sent you something,
Oh.
an invite.
Oh, let me check. Did you invite me? Let
I
me check
invited
my
both you and your baby.
baby. You invited me and my baby.
That I did.
Let me check my phone. Oh, there is an invite for me and my baby.
you sound like Draco Malfoy.
okay pa ba tayo?
What?
Lawrence Chaney.
I only see one for my baby, not for my mine.
Oh, I sent you for your main.
It's not here. Only for my baby.
My God, Chico!
You sound like Draco Malfoy.
Very di ba ganyan yung Essex accent?
I don't know.
Yeah. Kasi I watched Overserve, yung bagong show ni Lisa Vanderpump, Overserve. Niloloko siya nung husband ni Lance Bass na, before you met Ken, you talked this way, didn't you, Lisa? Tawa sila ng tawa na parang,
Quit.
parang ganun.
Ayan na. I'm there. I'm in.
Oh, shoot. I quit.
Oh, shoot.
Okay,
Ay,
one
nako.
more.
Okay, JN change. We sent a link, so just open it so we can get on with this.
Oh my God.
Open the link that we sent you on Messenger. Please.
Okay,
Did you
I sent
send
it to you.
the
I've sent it
baby
again.
Bye-bye.
emoji? My baby.
Okay, I sent it
Oh,
to you
baby,
already,
baby.
Chico. I have sent it.
JN. Okay, can you mute Rica?
Please. Please.
JN, we sent you a link. If
There.
you're there.
There, JN.
Okay, good.
There
good.
he
Okay.
is.
JN.
Welcome. Good morning.
Welcome.
Hello, JN.
Okay, so I will flash. Okay, so ano to sino yung gusto mong competition? Hi, JN.
Hello, JN.
Wanna go
Hello,
against?
JN.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Parang ano tayo parang may masamang hangar.
Pwede si
Hello.
Rica.
Parang may masamang hangarin.
Hello. Not me because I'm the game master today. Who?
The Game Master?
Si Chico pwede.
Chico.
Ay, okay. Okay,
I will
let's do it.
flash something on the screen, and then under under 5 seconds, you need to list down 3 things in the category. So we're calling it 3 under 5. 5-second rule lang naman kasi talaga yan. Okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you ready?
Okay. Sino mauna sa inyo? Kasi you both have ano naman eh. Si JN muna.
Oh, si JN.
JN. Okay. We'll start with something easy and then pahirap na yung pahirap. Okay? And then just look at my counter. Okay? My hand. Ready? So, ang bagal ng internet ko. Sabihin ko na lang. Okay. Ito na. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3,
Non-living
4.
things.
Uy, ang bagal.
Wood. Plastic.
Ang bagal. Wala ka nang nalista. 5 seconds na.
Next. Oh, sige. Me.
Next. Sige, sasabihin ko na lang.
Ah, sige.
3 international airports. 1,
Oh,
2,
JFK.
3. Nagpanic.
JN.
Next. JN. Ready? 3 body parts you wipe with a towel.
Same.
JN, naglalaro ka.
I think delayed sa kanya eh.
Hello, JN.
Oo.
Hello, JN. Ay,
Oh, next. Ay, naghang na.
naghang na siya.
Oh, me.
Hello, JN. Ready?
Ah.
3 things you put in your mouth.
Lollipop, hot dog.
Wait lang, Hazel, we can't hear you.
JN, last round. Go.
Last round.
JN, 3 things you do after midnight. 1, 2, 3,
Freeze siya eh.
4. Ay, sinayang ko yung good question ko sa'yo.
Okay, Chico for the win.
Ah, sige.
Hello, JN. Hello, JN.
Nag-freeze ka, JN eh.
JN. Okay, ready? Ready, Chico?
Okay, go.
3 things you like putting all over your body.
Lotion. Chicken feathers. Caramel.
And Chico win! Congratulations!
We have
Thank you,
a winner.
Meron pa ako sanang isa pa eh, JN. Isa pa.
Wala
Para
na.
mabigyan ka naman ng chance, JN. JN, isa pa gusto mo. Hello? Last one.
Mm.
3 things you can't do in the dark. Hello?
Maglakad, kumain, tsaka magtahi.
Totoo naman. Oh, last kay Chico. Ready, Chico?
Sorry, ano na, time's up.
Time's up na daw.
Sayang! Ang ganda nung kay Chico eh. Ang ganda nung kay Chico eh.
Thank you for joining us, JN.
Ang ganda sana nung kay Chico eh. Yung last question ko kay Chico.
We have
Bayan,
a
nakat ako.
interview kasi.
With who?
10 a.m. There's an interview. So we have to end early.
Okay.
All right, Monster RX93.1. This is going to be a very quick batch of the top 10. There's a fine line. Thanking Carlos Laron for the topic. Victoriano says there's a fine line between being straightforward and being insensitive. Yeah, we tackled that earlier. Lara being Lara says there's a fine line between nagtatampo kay jowa at naghahanap ng away. Yung nagtatampo ako, yung naghahanap ng away, si Hazel.
Hey!
And, Ian out loud says there's a fine line between hey bruh and hoy bruha.
One letter short na lang naman eh.
One letter
Oo.
short. One letter
It's
short.
literally one letter short, right?
Oo nga, no?
Yes, yes. Jungkook's girl says, I could never figure this out. There's a fine line between casual, business casual, smart casual, business attire, semi-formal, and formal. Yeah.
Go with Markki. Wag na lang magdamit.
Yay!
The
And,
best
from
kind.
Kiko Man Machine says, there's a fine line between strongly believing in something and having too much pride to admit you were wrong. Yeah.
Yes.
And the top, there's a fine line, comes from Star Marjorie and 7070.
They both say.
Star Marjorie says there's a fine line between giving up and knowing when you've had enough.
Yes.
Giving up means maybe bigay ka pa eh.
Oo, pero you chose to give
You
up.
chose to give up. And from 7070, there's a fine line between fighting for what you want and fighting for what you deserve.
Ooh.
What you want is not always what you deserve.
True.
Oh, what about us? What's our answer? What's our answer?
There's a fine line between being a fan and being obsessed.
Ay, wala ka naman pinapatamaan sa mga
Hindi ko naman
co-hosts
sinabi
mo.
kung nasan ako sa, sa ano eh. Doon sa dalawa eh. Nandun ba ako sa fan o sa obsessed?
Sa obsessed.
You decide.
Sometimes it's fun. It's fun to be obsessed. Just
Oo.
don't let
There's
me
a
know.
fun line between
There's a
being
fun
a
line.
fan and being
Ano, ako, there's a fine line between TMR and All Out.
Yeah.
That is 10 a.m.
Yes. Ako siguro, there's a fine line between Hazel, ikaw.
There's a fine line between nagkaka-crush sa partner mo and inaahas yung partner mo. Di ba?
Ay, oo.
Di ba? Di ba?
Oo.
Di ba, Hazel?
Di ba? Di ba?
Oo. Well,
Crush lang naman, di ba?
either inaahas ang jowa or ang tatay, 'di ba? Pwede rin ganun.
Pwede din
Di ba?
yun.
Di ba? Parang
Diba?
naging
Diba?
ano, naging Angel Locsin.
Yes.
Di ba?
And there's a fine
Ako na
line.
naman.
There's a fine line between being a pug hag and a pepper hag. Because you're treating like you're a pepper hag.
Yes.
Ah,
Yay.
yes.
Unang
Ako
upo.
siguro-
Kakainis.
Ako siguro, there's a fine line between like treating yourself because you deserve it and overspending.
Oh,
Oh my
amen.
God. I don't know that line.
Same.
Yeah.
Ay, isama mo na ako dun, Chico.
Oh, di
I
ba?
think we're all guilty.
But thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
guys. We'll be back tomorrow for more of the Morning Rush, and it's going to be Riot Wednesday. Stick around. All Out with Rico and Carla up next.
Bye.